I'd just like to acknowledge certain.
Well, before we say that, I want to know if you guys shop at the same shop for your flip-flops.
We do actually. So
Archie's.
Huh? Have you heard of Archie's?
I haven't heard of anything at the moment.
Can you?
I can't hear a thing.
What the professionals do is they tend to just roll it up over their ears.
Yeah, but I'm not a professional, funny enough.
What's he doing with that on?
Well, so
what am I doing with this on anyway? I still don't know why I've got this on.
For anyone who's listening, welcome to the Pinnacle podcast. Ross has joined us today. He has a bit of a challenge. So
Ross isn't here. Mark Spinks is here instead.
Mark Spinks. Name the year he won his medals.
I don't know.
He wasn't born.
I wasn't born.
Okay.
1824.
Nice. No. In the gym, there are pictures of athletes, male and female. So as a bit of a challenge every week, I've decided to make Ross recreate the athletes on the wall this week. Who are you this week? Do you even know who that is?
Michael Phelps.
Thank you very much.
Phelps is.
Why is he famous?
Because he won a lot of gold.
Yeah. In what sport?
Well, horse riding. One day eventing.
Oh dear. Right. Let's get serious for a second. So welcome to the Pinnacle Pod. We've got Gemma Dunn joining us today. The Pinnacle Pod is our official podcast from Pinnacle Performance, a space to share real stories, coaching wisdom, and a mindset shifts and everything in between, including heroes. It's not about shouting over each other, although sometimes that does happen, but it's a practical, honest conversation. Andy's doing his work today, just checking in on Insta or, having a chat. Okay, brilliant. Yeah. And really the reason why we're doing this podcast is we want to build a stronger community through Pinnacle. Andy and the team have a great desire to continue the work that they do. And so what we wanted to do this week was interview one of our really cool members.
Yeah, who's that?
You managed to make me look good.
Yeah, that's exactly what Ross is here to do. So Gemma, welcome. It's great to have you on the podcast. I am joined again today by Andy McGee.
Welcome.
Thank you. And the special one in the corner.
Mark Spinks. How's it going, guys?
The title of this podcast this week is Been There, Done That. And what we wanted to do was just introduce you to Gem. You've been part of the gym since 2018. I'd love to hear, how your fitness journey started with Pinnacle and why you came to do it and why you do it. And then we'll talk a little bit about Dunns Automotive, who is also one of the Pinnacle sports sponsors. So welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Let me hold on. Before we do, what we do like to start with is your learning of the week.
You forgot, didn't you?
I didn't. I mean, I was trying to bring myself back on track. 1 week away, and I nearly actually did, yes.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry.
Who's starting first?
Why don't you start first, Andy? We won't put Gemma on the spot. What's your learning of the week, Andy?
Mine is that we have a website and we don't have a web developer. And Google Console, did you know that when you have a website, you have to do the SEO?
Yes.
And once you've done the SEO, you have to make sure all the headlines, taglines, meta descriptions are all good. And once you've done that, you need to make sure that Google's indexing it properly on Google Console. And once you've done that, Google can find you properly as long as you put in the correct sitemap.
We've probably lost half of our viewers by now.
That's my learning.
SEO.
Yeah.
Search engine optimization for anyone listening.
Also, obviously, I raced last weekend.
Yes, you did.
Fabulous.
That's another learning from this week. And what's the consequence of racing last weekend?
It was fantastic. I mean, I've qualified to race for Great Britain in Abu Dhabi in 2026.
Woo!
You love it.
Fantastic.
The learnings though is make sure you read what course you're doing.
Oh.
So I didn't do the typical Army 7 Ps, which is prior planning and preparation prevents piss poor performance.
Well done. That was a
I didn't
mouthful.
do the 7 Ps.
Ross is catching up there. Yep. That is 7.
That was 7, yeah. So that was my learnings. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Michael? Mark?
I had a learning until I put this thing on, and I learned why I didn't continue swimming. Jesus Christ, my eyeballs.
You can take.
Yeah, have I got to keep this on the whole time? By the way,
you're the special
do
one.
I keep it on?
Well, you said your role in this podcast is light entertainment.
I'm going to take it off in a minute, but I'm not going to bother with it now. My learnings of the week is buying a house is hard work on the admin front. Jesus, there's a lot of admin. I didn't
Mm.
realize there was so much admin. I bought a 1-bed apartment.
Oh,
Thanks.
Well done.
You put the deposit down and you're all gonna do
It's getting that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hunting solicitors at the moment. God, it's expensive. I don't even know what they do. Anyway, that's my learning. Carry on.
Amazing. Well done. My learning this week is from last week because I wasn't here. I went on a yoga retreat. So we ended up doing with Lauren Gray yoga, amazing yoga teacher, incredibly knowledgeable and just brilliant at her teachings. I thought, how hard can it be doing a week of yoga in Greece in the sun? Beautiful. Just add that in. So 3.5 hours of yoga a day. I was quite stiff by day 3. And I was like, well, take me back to pulling 200 kilograms on the sled. I can't do this yoga. And if I have to do another downward dog,
It's not a holiday.
it's not a holiday. But yeah, learning of the week is actually yoga is very good for your body. And I came back feeling so mobile. So that was my learning. Do you have a learning that you'd like to share?
I was on a run this morning and there was 2 runners coming towards me, and it's that classic where they don't move because they need to be in a line. They need to run in a line. You have this all the time, Andy?
I'm going to join in with you on this one.
So I had it the other day as well. There was a family of 4. They had to run in a line, in a row.
Yeah.
Side by side. And I'm coming. I think they'll move. They don't move, do they? 'Cause
No.
they've got to establish this wall, and had it again this morning. And because I'm so nice and considerate, I stopped, let them go. And then afterwards, really frustrated with myself. Like, why didn't I just plow ahead? Do you know what?
Yeah.
I'm all right to be here as much as you are. Why don't you move? So I instantly go into a self-critical mode.
Yes.
And then I reframed it. Like, no, I'm just a nice, considerate person. They're not. Why am I beating myself up? So that was my trying to be more. It's not me. It's them. That sort of
have the same?
attitude.
I'm 100% with you. Otherwise, you'd be like putting your hair out every week, wouldn't you? Once the dog
Absolutely.
walkers, where there's nothing wrong with dogs. I love dogs. I couldn't have one because I'm not grown up enough. But when they're on one side and the dog's on the other side on the lead, and you're running towards them, and you're
Trip hazard.
thinking, how am I supposed to go through the lead or you?
What are they
So,
thinking? Why
don't know.
is that okay?
I think
It's,
sometimes with people, the wheel's turning, but the hamster's not in.
yeah.
Well, I mean, it is also their pavement, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fine.
50-50, isn't it?
Exactly.
Learnings.
Yeah, learnings. Ross, you're right there with your. Okay, take it off.
Cheers, boss.
Just the cap and the goggles. All right.
Okay.
Oh, here we are.
You back.
You're back.
I've been
Okay.
born again.
So, Gem, it's really cool to have you on the podcast with us. I look to you as one of the women in the gym that I think, wow, look how strong she is. And what?
That's one, yeah.
And how strong you are. So, tell me a little bit about your journey to fitness and why Pinnacle.
So, should I take this? Or you
take
it.
it.
I'll just grab it from achy arm. So I worked in the marina here for my dad, so just a few doors down, and he started disappearing off in the middle of the day, and it was weird. Like these random hours, he would just go off, not say anything. And there was a few of us women in the office, all nosy, all want to know what's going on all the time, and he thought it was he came across as very serious and a little bit intimidating, but actually he had a really mischievous, cheeky side, and would have absolutely loved the fact that it was winding us all up, not knowing where he was disappearing off to. And then eventually we somehow worked out he's coming to see these guys at their old site. And so then it's sort of like, oh, then Hannah joined, who still comes here now.
Okay.
And then my dad said, why don't you join? And I'd always liked movement. I'd always been sporty at school. And then through the uni, having kids years, I kind of lost interest.
Yeah.
Preferred drinking,
Standard.
sitting around, not
Yeah.
doing a whole lot. So, wow, it's a perk of working for them. I'll give it a go. Come in here, and it was such a shock. It was nothing like I'd ever done before. So I joined like Pure Gym in Bitton when I lived there.
Yeah.
And it's like 20 quid a month. And when you have your induction, it was very much like, we're here, we're hands-on, we'll help you. And then I found myself stood in this massive gym, not knowing what to do and just going on the treadmill. Well, I know how to use treadmill. I can work that out. I don't know how to work out anything else, and didn't take them up on their offer of any help because I just felt
Intimidated.
a number.
Yeah.
It's massive.
Yeah.
And didn't have a lot of money.
Andy's smiling because he's like, this is exactly why we started Pinnacle.
I didn't have the money to pay for a personal trainer
No,
to show
it's
me what to do.
expensive, yeah.
So yes, that was it. So it was a nice.
I wonder
bonus
how
for
many
me.
people have exactly the same experience as you do.
Yeah, so many
Because
probably.
it's so many people go
Mm.
into these big gyms, really intimidating. You don't really know where to go, don't really know who to speak to.
Yeah, and then you stop.
And then you
going,
stop.
and then you still pay the membership. 'cause,
Yes.
Oh, that's only
Yeah.
20 quid a
Yeah.
month. I'll just keep
Yeah.
it on. Well, that's what they build it on, isn't it?
Correct.
So then, yeah, so it was really, really hard at first. And I remember going into the toilets to use the shower down there and just having to sit down on the little fold down seat, try not to throw up. Oh my God.
What, from being here?
Yeah, from being in here.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's just because it's just full body intense, isn't
It
it?
is.
And when you don't do
Yes.
anything, when you go for a run once a year, like I was.
Yeah, when you're a new mum, maybe, if you're lucky.
Yeah, so I'd had some of the year before, so she's my youngest. So yeah, I had a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old, and I had a lovely time going to mum meetups and working part time and sitting at a computer. So yeah, so suddenly, wow, this is a lot. And then after not very long, I started to notice that the back pain I'd had since puberty was not there anymore. Well, what? That's weird. Just thought that's part of being a woman.
Yeah.
You've got boobs, you have back pain, don't you?
Yeah.
I've never even thought about it, never spoken to anyone.
Don't try and think about it too much, Ross. Oh, we've
Oh,
lost Ross
God.
to boobs.
Thank God. So yeah, so that was a bit of a shock because it was like, oh, I thought I just had to live with that.
Yeah.
I thought that was just it.
Yeah.
And so finding out that you can, through
Can
strength,
strengthen
you
yourself.
can
Yeah.
sort issues like that out. And I used to get off the sofa and then take a few steps to straighten up.
Yeah.
And then I was just getting up off the sofa and just walking off. Oh, this is really, really nice.
Amazing.
And then the weight loss starts to come. And then you start to get stronger, and it's like it doesn't take long. So a few months, and you start to feel completely different.
Were you intimidated coming into the gym environment? I know you started in the slightly smaller gym. Were you intimidated there?
No, I didn't go to the old gym.
Oh, you
So
didn't?
they'd already
Okay.
moved in here.
Okay.
I
Well, so
started.
bigger gym,
Mm.
bigger environment, lots of big heavy weights. How did you
Yeah.
feel about that?
I think it was okay because Andy was really good. He never made me feel
Oh,
stupid.
Don't say that. He doesn't need to. Sorry, Andy. Andy was really good.
Really friendly, really cheerful. I think you're quite real as well. You're not, there are PTs who there's just nothing, is there? There's just nothing. You're just a normal guy, aren't you?
Andy, one of the reasons we're doing this podcast is because of the community you create, and what Gemma's saying is spot on, is the environment that we created. Do you want to add anything?
I would say, I remember at the old gym, Dan used to say to me, you bring them in, I'll train them. And I think that's interesting on that, because when we first got in there, I know we talked on the previous podcast, but really quickly, he never used to speak to anybody. I used to bring them in, he used to beast them, and then they go home, and because he knows how to train people really well. And I think I was the overly chatty one. But the really interesting thing is I've probably become less chatty as I've got older, and he's become more chatty. Would you say he definitely changed, Dan, hasn't he?
Oh, absolutely. Where am I going? I feel like I've worn him down. Like we've all worn him down. It's taken a good 4 or 5 years to talk now, and he's really chatty. So yeah, you two complement each other because you would come in, be really chatty, friendly. And Dan, I've said to his wife very recently, I got back from holiday, so I would train with Dan like 3 or 4 times a week. And I'd been on a holiday for like 2 weeks, and I come in and literally my personal trainer goes, back squats. Yeah, had a great holiday, Dan. It's really, really good.
Which is kind of what you want, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He doesn't want to do small talk. I respect that. It's fine. Everyone's different. We've got used to that.
Well, I think that's what used to happen though. It'd be really funny actually back in the old gym, because they could book in anywhere they want.
Okay.
So me and Dan eventually ended up working together on the same side of the shift. But what would happen is if someone needed a bit of emotional support or didn't quite feel it that day, they would book in with me, and Dan would know. Then they book back and he goes, "Oh, you booked in with Andy, didn't you? You booked in with Andy. What's wrong with you?" But I think it complements that, because at the end of the day, personal trainer is a massive. I'll pass you to Ross actually, because he could explain it as well from his end. It's a bit. It's like a GP. A GP knows a lot about a lot, but I think to get really good at something, you have to specialize in something. And I think training people, we're here to train people. Essentially, That's what people want. It's good to have a little bit of chat, but you don't really improve if it's overly chatty.
No.
My personal me?
Speaking of overly chatty,
What do you want me to say?
I want you to talk about the difference between training someone and not talking, and being overly chatty, where actually it's more like a coffee break or a breakfast with someone. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Well, explain that then.
Well, you've kind of said everything. I'll go. Yeah, okay, all right. I think there's a balance. I think you can. Well, also, it really actually depends on the individual. I find actually sometimes to get the best out of someone, they might need a chat. Other people might not want that at all. In order for them to, to get the best out of them, they just need to be told where to go, what to do, what's your tempo, what's your rest period, and they're perfectly happy. But some they almost need to be like, have the wool pulled over their eyes a little bit, and like you sort of talk to them, not necessarily whilst they're training, but as much as you can, just kind of not lull them into a false sense of security, but basically like blanket the fact that they're doing hard work. Like, for example, the only thing I can like it to is I don't particularly like doing conditioning. So I will go and do like touch rugby, or I'll play some basketball, or I'll do some sort of level of conditioning that is a bit more entertaining, so to speak, in order to get me through that conditioning workout. Does that make sense? And it's a bit like that with certain individuals. They might need to have regular conversation in order to get them through their workout.
I think I'm a lot more chatty on a Friday morning when we're doing a HIIT session than I am when we're doing strength.
That's because I'm in.
That's true.
That's very true. When I come in on Friday, you can see the disruption in the gym. Andy's around doing customer service around the gym. I am training people as well, by the way.
Hey, when you came in this morning, I swear you had like all the blue Smarties. I don't know what you were on, but you need to go back to bed or something.
Who, me?
Doing my head in. Yeah.
Yeah, Russ needed a bit of livening up, so I was trying to help.
He'll be all right.
So, Jem, back to you, because you're the main star of the show, not the Sphinx. So, coming to the gym, you mentioned you were working with your dad. There was a pivotal point when you also then created your own business, didn't you?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. So I'd worked there like 7-8 years, and I'd read this thing at the time, which I couldn't unread, which was marketers stay somewhere for about 5 years, because after 5 years of promoting the same thing, you just lost
the
enthusiasm, the motivation.
The momentum,
yeah. So that was the first boat sales business I'd worked in. I'd done marketing in like varied things before that. So 5 years of promoting fantastic boats, with a great customer base, lovely clients, built up by my dad, amazing. Team's lovely, but my dad had passed away. It had been 8 months since then, and it was the thought of doing another cycle of the same regattas, the same boat shows. It was a bit, you just feel a bit deflated, like you're ready for a new challenge. And my husband had kind of felt the same. He'd been in the motor trade his whole life, and he was done with his employer.
He was done.
He was done. He was so done. And he said he'd come up with an idea, and he'd been talking to some people about it, sort of like getting some bounce back, like feedback, and they'd said, yeah, that's really, really great. And then I inherited some money, which I had never ever imagined. I've never ever had that conversation with my dad. There was never any talk of inheritance, or it never even crossed my mind. Yeah, literally never. And so when it came through, it was a massive shock. It was really sad because I couldn't thank him,
of course.
So that was gutting.
It's great that you've got it, but
that's
the word. Thank you.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So I said to him, well, we've got enough here that we could survive a year. We could pay our bills if we just give it a go. And it doesn't work out, just give it a go. Give it a year. At the end, we won't have any more money from that. We'll just go out and get jobs. So, because he's an entrepreneur. I didn't know that about him until this point, but he's got absolutely no faith in himself.
You're happy?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, and I'm the opposite. I'm like, oh, it'll be all right.
Give it a try.
It'll be all right.
Yeah.
So I've got faith in you.
Great partnership.
Yeah. So with that, we just did it and went for it. And so it was him mobile in a van, and me learning accounting.
Amazing. So for those of you who are listening and don't know, what is Dunns Automotive? What do you do?
So it's driver assist systems on your car that need calibration. So the stuff you would recognize on your car would be the lane departure warnings,
Okay.
or the adaptive cruise control, or 360 cameras. Those are
Right.
the ones that most people are familiar with, and they are linked to their what's the word? It's cameras and radars fitted all over your vehicle that generate that ability.
Yes.
that technical. Your car goes and gets fixed in a body shop. We then go into that body shop. Cars in front of you going down the motorway, it's not going to know how much distance you've got between you and the car in front.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
Very good. Thank you. So I just wanted to make sure people knew what it was that you were doing. So he went out in a van.
Yeah, he was mobile.
And you
going
were
into
doing
body
things
shops.
from home.
COVID had just happened.
Oh gosh.
So we
So many businesses I know were started just before COVID.
Yeah, which was brilliant for us because the body shops weren't spending on all this calibration equipment. So we turned up and go, hey,
we can do it for you.
Yeah. So I learned the bookkeeping, and we did that from home for 3.5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, amazing. And now you've got a place of your own in Hamble.
Yes. So now we wanted a premises so that we could with people in like coffee shops,
Yes,
random places. And we taken on some staff, some other technicians. So I said to Craig, we're going to take someone on because we're so busy now. I want to take on your brother because he's just like you. He's the mini version.
And he's just checking something on the. Have we got a technical? We're good.
Yeah. So he started with his brother, and then another tech, and another tech. So yeah, we just outgrew working from home. So I said, if we're going to have a unit, I really want it to be Ensign Way because that's
close to home.
Yeah, wow. Because I had my first ever job there out of uni, and it's a nice industrial estate. If you try and find a motor trade anything on an industrial estate, it is an absolute shithole.
Yeah, you're allowed to say
horrible.
that. It's okay.
Thanks. They're horrible. They're horrible, but you wouldn't want to bring anyone there.
No, exactly.
So presentable. We could have retail there. And then that place came up, and it was just like meant to be.
Amazing. And you haven't looked back since.
Haven't looked back. No, it's just gone from strength to strength. So.
And you haven't got the 5-year itch.
Haven't got the 5-year itch. No.
No. Okay. Good. Good.
Not yet.
Amazing. What about your biggest lesson through setting up your own business, and what's been the most? Well, let's go positive. So, what's been the most encouraging lesson that you would share with anyone setting up their own business?
The best advice given to me was by our accountant, which is if you know what you're talking about, you'll do well. If you try and go into a business and you don't know the subject, it's more likely to fail. And know your figures, know your numbers.
Yeah.
Most businesses fail due to that rather than that. Yeah, you can have a great entrepreneur, great idea, great product. But if you don't know the subject and you don't know what you're talking about, you don't know your figures, you're probably going to fail.
Amazing.
And I think
that's been your sort of.
Yeah, we've been really cautious with our growth.
Yeah.
So we've never had to borrow money, touch wood.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So because we've been so measured with every decision, that everyone we employ is someone we know. Every piece of equipment we've bought because we've waited until it's affordable. Craig's kept ahead of the game with technology. So he's always researching. He's always putting the work in. Yeah, sorry, that was like more than one.
No. That's really interesting, and it's not too dissimilar to when you spoke about your learning the other week about the the guy that said if you don't know your numbers, you don't care enough.
Yeah, just caring, isn't it?
Yeah,
knowing what you need to do. And you're right about the industry element. I think goes down to the training element as well, isn't it? You know, we are strength coaches. I know we use the word personal training, but strength development, and obviously, luckily in here we have nutrition element, don't we? We have the sports massage element. We've even got a beauty therapist.
We do. Pen,
yeah, we love Pen.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't call her a beautician.
Oh yes, no, don't.
I keep doing that.
What do you call her then?
What do you call her?
A beautician.
What are you meant to call her?
Beauty therapist.
Beauty therapist.
Don't call her a beautician.
Yeah.
Beauty therapist. Sorry,
beauty therapist. We love you, Pen.
I was going to say though, I was going to flip back to your fitness journey. Do you know one of the most amazing things that I've seen you do in the gym is how you've gone from someone who just comes in, gets on with it, trains. I mean, how many pull-ups can you do?
What's your bench, bro?
I'm building up to 6 or 7.
6 or 7
But I'm-
pull-ups.
No, Dan's going to tell me off 6. Yeah, so I can do like 4 or 5 happily.
Hold on. 6 or 7, 4 or 5. Which one is it?
5.
5. Let's go 5.
5.
5 I can do.
5 pull-ups.
6, but she might poo herself, is what she's saying.
Put that swimming hat back on. Over your mouth.
Yeah, can you stay in that corner there, by the way? That's just incredible. I think the thing is, it's continuity. There's something to be said for that, isn't there? Because you just come in, train, go about your day in the gym, put some effort in.
What makes you keep coming back?
2 things.
Mm.
One, the humour. No, joking. The
Obviously not.
It's I've mastered the whole blocking out the talking yourself out of it. So
Okay.
like I didn't want to go for a run this morning, and that started to creep in, and I just block it out now because I get to go. It's cheesy, isn't it? I get to go for a run. I get to come in here and strength train. It's a privilege, isn't it?
Mm.
So there's no option that I'm going to talk myself out of it. And personal training takes away thought. So you book in on the app, you come in, and it's frustrating for Dan, but I just switch off. I switch off of what I'm actually doing in here, and my brain's going mad about the rest of life. But I don't think about it. So it's go over there and do that, go over there and do that. If I walked into, I now walk into a hotel gym on holiday and go,
I don't know what to do.
no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, I think I think it's busy mum, business owner. Life is busy, isn't it? And so
Yeah.
coming here where you can, somebody who knows what they're doing is telling you what will benefit your body and the program that you're on and stuff is so good, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think what I thought was amazing as well when you did that transition, when you went from key yachting over to setting up your own business. The kids were really young as well, eh? You took that jump as well.
Yeah.
Where the kids are so young.
Yeah, but working for yourself, you all really, don't you all work for yourselves? It's nothing like it, is there?
I work for Keir Starmer.
Oh my God.
No one knows what to say to that, Ross.
Political podcast.
Wrong podcast.
What was I saying? Oh, we all work. Yeah, working for yourself. There's no
Working for yourself, children,
Yeah, the flexibility.
having the flexibility to do that.
Yeah, it's a dream, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
You can make it work. Yeah.
You can make it work. Yeah.
I think just having kids so young doing a business, it's crazy, isn't it?
It is.
It's
hard
crazy,
work.
and you're like,
It's hard work having
how
kids, full
am I
stop.
even having kids? Full stop. Yeah, it was worrying me. It was worrying me today because one drives now. She's been doing it for
Oh my
6 months,
goodness.
and then one's gone on a holiday with another family.
Okay.
The other one wants to go to play football with his mates in Whiteley,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one's going for a sleepover.
Perfect. What are you doing then?
Yeah. What are you worried about?
It's the dream.
I'm not dream. I liked it when they were in tow a little bit. Do you know what I mean? When they were just next to you,
Needing you.
Yeah. Or did I need them? One of the two.
We all need
So,
you in here.
We all need you in
Quick,
here,
quick,
Andy.
quick.
So thank you for sharing everything that you've gone through. Appreciate that, it was through sad circumstances that you lost your dad, but through your own desire for life and working with your hubby, you've created something super cool, which is Dunns Automotive. You've been there, done that, which is the title of the podcast this week, thanks to our light entertainment in the corner. Really, really cool. The purpose of this was to get some members on to talk about your journey. I don't know, Andy, if there's anything more you wanted to add today.
No, it was just good to get really inspiring people like Gemma and her family. That what they do, they through fitness, they've motivated. They both train. Don't you? Other half trains. Probably not as probably not as
I don't know if Harry remembers what Craig looks like.
But my point being is everything you've done and what you've built, and the kids were so young. I just think from a health, fitness, training and business perspective, it's very inspiring from our end. That's
Super
why
inspiring. Yeah.
it's great to have you on.
Yeah. Really appreciate it.
Thanks very
you.
much.
Thank you for coming. Thanks, Mark, Mike, Ross.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me again.
Thank you, everyone. You've been listening to the Pinnacle Pod. Tune in, like it, and share as wide as you possibly can. And look forward to next week's episode with you all then.
Yeah, cheers.